Hi Taurus, it's Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and welcome to your Tarotscope for May. So I have a mixture of astrology decks, tarot, oracle, you name it. So we're just going to be mixing and matching for your monthly message. So what I have here, and what I'd like to start out with, is a clarifier. So just kind of like the main energy going on. All right. So as I'm recording this today, Mercury went retrograde and then Jupiter is in Aries. So it's a big day. And already we have a lot of planets moving. So it is going to be a pretty eventful month ahead. So what I have here is the Two of Pentacles upright. And then I have here fire. So I think it's really interesting how we're kind of, yes, we're in your sign, we're in Taurus season, but we do have this fiery Aries energy coming up. We have Venus in Aries right now, and then on the 24th of the month, Mars is going to join in, Jupiter's coming in today. So it is kind of like this resurgence of fire energy in Aries, kind of taking over a little bit of your moment, but it's kind of like you will have a resurgence of your energy by the end of this month when Venus goes into your sign on the 28th, 26th, I believe, 28th. And then Mars will eventually join in next month. So, you know, you will feel more of that earthy energy towards the end of the month and also in June. So don't worry that fire's kind of stealing your moment. It's all good. But this is kind of telling you with this Two of Pentacles, what do you balance well? What are your motivations? You could feel very goal-oriented right now, very practical, and you could be juggling a lot, but you're doing it well because you have your priorities in set. And it took you a while to kind of figure out where you maybe wanted to direct your energy and action this year. And now you finally have those things all figured out, and then you can go forward and streamline the process and work towards your goals, which you're so good at. So I really do like to see this, and I feel that if things have been kind of slow, you are finding the heat on your back with this resurgence of Aries energy, pushing you forward to complete some tasks or to even just feel more motivated. So I think that's a very strong energy. Good way to start. So I'm pulling some more cards here, and then I'm going to add some oracle to the mix. Okay, so this is what I pulled, and then we'll go through it together. So I have here Gemini reverse. So we also have Gemini coming for you. We already have Mercury in Gemini, and then it's going to go back into your sign on the 22nd, I believe. Yes, the 22nd, Mercury's going to go retrograde in your sign. So you will have Mercury there. But right now, Gemini is creeping up. On the 20th of the month, Gemini season will start. We do have the Five of Wands upright. And then I have here the King of Swords upright. So let's start off with this Five of Wands energy because it is definitely stirring the pot, trying to recover from losses. It's been kind of like an expensive month, or the past couple of weeks have been pretty expensive, especially in April. So it is kind of thinking about where you need to be more resourceful when it comes to making sure that your efforts lead to tangible results, which is what you're doing. You're doing that here with the Two of Pentacles, but you're still so early off in the process of this. So it hasn't really kicked off. Like, you haven't seen the tangible results. You just now have the downloads and information that you need so you can have that path be illuminated forward for you. But it is making sure that, yes, this Mercury retrograde might kind of throw you, and then Jupiter is coming into Aries, and all this like resurgence of Aries energy by the end of the month is definitely going to maybe put you off balance. But you have to realize, like, what are your long-term goals? Why did you decide to stick to this plan, stick to this agenda, stick to these pursuits? It's because you want to be able to have this abundance, and you want to be able to speak to things that you did, but you can't speak to them if there's a lot of distraction pulling your attention away from your goals and your pursuits. So I think definitely this month to watch out for that. And this can also not only just be like daily interruptions through inconsistencies or, you know, Mercury retrograde or whatever is like not fully going perfectly for you. This can also be drama and like really thinking about your social circles and are these people supportive? Are these people distracting you with gossip, or are they giving you something meaningful? But you might have to watch out for your relationships as well, because it could be like you're putting too much emphasis or time and energy into these connections that might honestly be helping you at all fulfill your goals. And that's what this Gemini energy is kind of like. Be careful. Mercury's in Gemini right now. So make sure that you're not getting involved in drama and you are sticking around people who have a good head on their shoulders and are speaking positivity into the world. They're not adding negativity. They're not trying to sway you and distract you from your goals. And it's kind of like run your own race right now. You have to kind of have blinders on to the people that are going around, that are happening around you, because they're all over the place. And if you're all over the place too, it's just going to add fuel to the fire and cause unnecessary drama that could end up damaging or harming relationships down the line. And also it's just not going to serve you well at all either. So Gemini energy is going to definitely be a little bit more chaotic for you. And as an earth sign, you don't really gel too well with air energy unless you have like air in your chart personally, but you do like to have that steady, slow, win the race mentality instead of kind of being all over the place. And you might feel called to socialize too with this King of Swords energy. You might feel like you want to hang out and, you know, do things with friends and go all over the place. But it's like, how is this energy going to help you stay true to your path and move forward in the way that you need to in order to have your goals realized? Okay, I'm going to pull some oracle here. Okay, so this is what I'm pulling. I have expand time in connection with Gemini here. And then I have the Hell Train, which is a great energy to describe the Five of Wands. And then I have here the King of Swords, and then we have doubt. So really don't doubt your intentions. Don't doubt your feelings. It's going to be hard for you to really see the full picture with this Mercury retrograde because you're not going to have all the information you need at this time. But it is saying that, you know, what you can control is how your train is moving. Do you want it to move through hell and get involved in unnecessary drama and conversations and issues with people and situations that are not serving your higher purpose? And this energy of Mercury retrograde is going to feel like expanded time because you are going to be going back and reflecting on a lot of things. That's what the Mercury retrograde does. That's the purpose of it. So you will feel like this energy is expanded. And then when Mercury goes retrograde in your sign, you're going to feel definitely like this long overhaul, this long hell train of an experience. Like, oh my God, I'm seeing the truth for the first time. Or now like you're seeing the karma of certain situations play out, which can be, you know, for better or for worse. But it's like, don't doubt your mind. You know what the truth is. You know intuitively what the deal is, and you have to kind of put more faith and trust and in your mind, and just know that if you are, you know, waiting for news, if you are waiting for messages or information, you will get that. So don't doubt yourself or don't doubt your talents or abilities. If you are waiting for information, or like, let's say you're applying for positions and you're waiting for jobs and you haven't heard back and you're doubting yourself, it's like, it's all part of the process, but you just have to kind of let things play out as they will, because if you rush through anything during Mercury retrograde, it is going to feel like hell, and it is going to end up to have results that are not in your highest good. So it's just move forward with caution and kind of like mind your own business in a way. It's like focus on your own goals. Focus on what you can control. You can't control other people. And it's going to feel like expanded time. This month is going to feel long. This Mercury retrograde is going to feel long. It's till June 4th. So, you know, you have still some time with this. It's like 3 weeks. So 3.5 weeks. So it's just like, just be very cautious and don't doubt yourself and like what you are seeing and what you're hearing and how the karma is playing out. So I'm pulling some astrology cards here and then some timing. Okay, so it's interesting. So I have here the 9th house showing up. I have the 1st house, which rules Aries, and then I have the spring. So we're currently in the spring, but I feel like what's happening with this Mercury retrograde and maybe where this hell train trip is taking you is that it's taking you back to this 1st house energy. It's like your ascendant. Who are you? Thinking about Aries energy. Aries is the 1st house. So thinking about now that we're having this resurgence of Aries energy happening with Venus, Jupiter, and Mars, it is going to have you reflect and think about who you are based off of some of the reactions that are happening on some of this karmic drama in your life when it comes to other people and other situations. So you're going to have to reference and reflect back, like, you know, this is who I am, or this, you know, doesn't align with who I am anymore. And that is where this 9th house spiritual journey is going to take place. It's also, this is astrology. The 9th house rules astrology. So it's also great if you are interested in seeking more information out of your birth chart or getting an astrology reading, having more details on how to move forward with this energy, reflecting on your journey so far and how you can move forward. And the 9th house is higher knowledge and learning. So if you're thinking about having higher knowledge, like going back to school, taking a class, or diving into something new on like a mental capacity, don't doubt yourself. Move forward in that. Maybe that's something you need to add to your list, add to your task, add to your goals. But it's just definitely, this Mercury energy wants to work to clean up some karmic things, but also try to reset you on a new path forward to obtain more information and to really find a way to connect with yourself, not what everyone else is doing. Like, you have to really stay true to who you are, because if you adapt what other people are doing, and it might work for them, but it doesn't mean it works for you. So you have to really think about, am I being true to myself, or I'm just doing what everyone else is doing? And Taurus, you do have a tendency sometimes to do that. It's definitely like a Venus ruled thing, is kind of, I don't want to say copying other people, but it's just definitely, you have some time, this motivation to kind of be like everyone else when you need to find your own path. And I think that's why the 1st house is going to be pushing you. Chiron's in Aries in the 1st house right now. So it is definitely highlighting areas in your chart with this Aries energy of like, how can you be yourself and not take so much from other people in terms of your identity? So that's going to be reflected upon here. And then just wrapping up with one more card. And I have the Ace of Swords. So we have the King here, and then we have the Ace. So this is this journey, and this is what this Mercury and Gemini energy is during this retrograde. It is, how are you going to show up differently? How are you going to have new seeds sprout when it comes to your identity and who you are? Not what these people are doing on TikTok, not what these different accounts are doing on Instagram. It's like, who are you as an individual? What makes sense for you? What do you feel connected with and that you excel in the most? And instead of like, you know, trying to fit into a box. And the Ace of Swords is here, is like, get those ideas going, speak to them, move forward with them. And that will be a way to cultivate some new vision for your season and then for the coming weeks and months to come. So that is the reading, Taurus. Thank you so much. And if you want a personal reading with me, I am booking for May and June. And also I have a bunch of new astrology services on my site. So check those out. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next month.